Shaquille O'Neal wasn't just big, he was unstoppable. A force of nature that changed the geometry of the game. Teams didn't just game plan for him, they feared him. And when he finally put it all together, nobody stood a chance. Magic Johnson made basketball look like jazz. Effortless, rhythmic, creative. He could see 2 plays ahead and pass without even looking. But don't mistake flash for flair. When the lights were brightest, Magic delivered. Beside him, Larry Bird had no time for theatrics, just buckets, trash talk, and winning. He didn't care if you liked him, just whether you could stop him. And the answer was usually no. 3 legends, 3 eras, 3 MVPs, and the magic number, they all peaked at the same age of. Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's the off season before the 2025-2026 season, where Luka Doncic just signed a 3-year, $165 million max extension, committing through at least the 2028 and 2029 season. And what does that mean? Well, he's currently 26 and will turn 27 next season. And after 5 straight first team All NBA appearances, where the streak finally broke due to injury and probably the craziest NBA trade of all time, he definitely has a chip on his shoulder to prove to the Mavericks and not only the rest of the league that he's ready to play by the sounds of it. Now let's talk some stats. In the last 25 seasons, only 2 players have won their first MVP. Emphasis on the first, at age 28 and older, and that is my Canadian GOAT Steve Nash and a 1 Kobe Bean Bryant. And just in the last 2 seasons, Shea completed his generational run with the elusive double, and we also saw Jokic do it past the age of 28, but it was his third. Yeah, third. My goodness. Now, why am I bringing this stat up? You see, Luka Doncic falls within that prime age where we've seen greats like him time and time again take that next step to win the MVP. Only 6 other players in league history have had at least 5 first-team All-NBA selections but no MVPs. That list includes Laker legends Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, Spurs great the Iceman No Drizzy George Gervin, and old-timer Dolph Schayes, but also some modern stars like Dwight Howard and Jason Kidd. See, the MVP is really about narrative, and let's face it, there have been many MVPs that we all agree shouldn't have won it, but won it regardless. However, the cards are just right for Luka. His career has been nothing short of historical, and I just don't see it dropping off anytime soon. The Lakers still have a decent roster that now features Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, who should complement Luka's playstyle very well. Not to mention that LeBron is still doing it at the age of 40, where I believe for the first time he can finally take a backseat and let somebody else cook. Here's the projection of his stats for next season with data I've gathered through ChatGPT. These are perfect for MVP, but realistically it's about the seeding that matters, and that goes a long way in today's landscape. I believe Shea only won because of his historic season that the Thunder had versus Jokic taking the Nuggets only to the 4th seed. Now, the Lakers managed to finish as a top 3 seed in the West last year and improved upon their roster this season. And despite the West getting stronger overall, I still think the Lakers can finish top 3 again. Now, also, I think there is an interesting case of voter fatigue being real, where many thought Jokic should have won last year, but Shea did instead. So I think the latter could happen to Shea, ironically, now that he has won it. The point remains that Shea is in the driver's seat to go back-to-back, seeing how eerily similar this team is to last decade's Warrior dynasty. Yet, I've seen discourse about how the championship teams always become the target of the league and whether or not they should be coasting during the regular season to prioritize health. Therefore, I think the Thunder may not eclipse their 68-point win tally from last year, and I believe that could easily benefit Luka and the Lakers for his chance at MVP. As far as other MVP candidates are concerned, I think it is unlikely for the likes of Jokic to possibly get his 4th now that there is a gap and we saw the same transpire to the likes of both LeBron and Giannis. It is clear that the MVP award changes criteria depending on how the narrative goes, and I just think that everything points towards it being Luka as next year's protagonist. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about my take. Let me know yours in the comments below. But thank you for tuning in. Take care.